Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So this is going to be a fun video today. Here's what we're going to do. We have a blind reveal of a lot that I picked up on eBay. I've got the addresses blocked out there, but basically the lot was billed as a 500 card, shiny card lot with some refractors, some chromes, stuff like that. Normally, I try to be a little bit more selective with what I buy. I don't necessarily buy a lot of collections blind, but this one I did because, well, first of all, I got it at a good price in an auction. This entire box was $26 in something like 40 cents, so basically the price of a blaster box. And it's billed as having 500 cards at least. So that would put each card in here at around a 5-cent price point, which for bulk is actually pretty solid in my opinion. But beyond that, there were a few photos in the listing, and there's one card in here that I am pretty sure will more than pay for everything else. I could be wrong. It could be poorly packaged. It could be damaged. We just don't know for sure. But for $26, I thought it was a pretty good gamble. Again, this is going to cost no more than 8 cents a card all in. So I'm really excited to dig into this. I'm not going to reveal all 500 cards live here, so we'll do a little bit of a time-lapse situation, and then we will reveal the cards that were inside of the box. So stay put while I dig into this. All right, well, that was fun sorting. Let's get into the results. And I will say off the bat, I think it's a little bit of a mixed bag. It could be a W, it could be a loss. It's a little hard to say, kind of depends on your interpretation. I did see the card that I was expecting. However, there's a little bit of a caveat to it that I wasn't expecting. So anyway, let's get into what I found. I sorted all 500 cards. I've got them all kind of laid out here. We'll just kind of quickly go through them. So not a lot of refractors and stuff like that. A lot of Bowman base chromes and things like that. They were mostly chrome cards or foil flagship cards, stuff like that. So let's go through some prospect base first. I pulled aside the best ones. I mean, you can see some top prospects here, some guys that are big rookies playing right now, some Jason Dominguez, some Ellie De La Cruz, Colton Cowser, Anthony Volpe. A bunch of Bobby Witt right here, and we've also got some refractors as well. So, not bad. And this is kind of what we're finding with, or what I'm finding with this batch here, is that it's going to be a lot of nickel and diming my way back to profit or break even on this, which is fine. I won't go through this whole stack, but this is all Bowman first. So we're talking about, gosh, I don't know, 50, 75, something like that. And then I did soft sleeve some of the best ones. Unfortunately, as you saw in the video, none of these were soft sleeved or anything. So there are some condition issues with some of these cards, although I'm trying to separate those ones out, and I'll probably give those ones away or something like that. So we got Jet Williams, Trey Sweeney, Edgar Cuero, Yorbit Vivas, and then we did have some Matt McLean. There were 4 Matt McLean firsts. The ones that are not soft sleeved have some kind of condition issue, but still, those ones were actually pretty cool finds. So I was happy with those ones. And then we get into a few refractor first. There's nothing crazy here among these guys. These are all unnumbered Bowman draft refractor first. So, a nice little stack. What I might do is in my upcoming stack sale, for those of you that are on Twitter, keep an eye out for that. I might just throw all of these the ones that aren't completely scratched up, all as like one big lot or something like that. I mean, I could list them all for 25 cents, but it just feels like that's, I don't know, not the way that I necessarily want to do that. All right, so we did have a bunch of, we'll stop right here. We had a bunch of mega box refractors as well. I did soft sleeve some of them. Trey Sweeney there, Henry Davis. So those were non-first. And then we've got a bunch of first refractors as well. Same thing with these, where I might just take out the ones that are in tough shape and, otherwise throw the rest of them in a lot. But, the number is good. It's more quantity than quality in terms of the prospects that are here. That's why not a lot of these are soft sleeved, as you can tell. But still, a good amount. When you're getting a lot, quantity does count for something here. And we get Edgar Quero and Jack Sawinski, so nothing crazy in terms of the first. Quero's probably the best of the bunch there. Let me go ahead and put these ones back. But still, those are, we're getting a little up there here. And we did have some sapphires, nothing crazy for sapphire cards. Everson Ortega, Leover Peguero. We had a few of these black and white mini diamonds, and then also black and white Ray Wave. Again, nothing crazy here. I did soft sleeve these cards. These are a little bit harder to find. They're not numbered, but a little bit rarer. Those are actual true parallels there. And then what else do we have? Let me get into the next part of the stack here. So I think these are just base rookies, and then I think we get into parallel rookies. Yeah, so these are base rookies. So, again, there's nothing crazy. Tarek Skubal, maybe a Cy Young favorite in the AL. There's nothing crazy here. I separated out any of the half-decent rookies. Brandon Marsh, Joe Ryan, guys like that. We had some Hunter Green, so that's pretty cool. Bryson Stott, a couple of C.J. Abrams, Torkelson, a couple Torkelson rookies, more than a couple. Royce Lewis had a few. Hope he's able to get back and join the Twins and be productive there. But they're base cards, so there's really nothing too crazy there. Same thing where maybe I'll just throw them in a big lot in that stack sale and hopefully, chip away at the investment in this lot here. And then we had some rookie parallels, nothing crazy, some red, white, and blue Prism rookies. Bryce Elder still in AAA for the Braves. Jake Berger, some Sapphires here. Joe Ryan, Sapphire, Jose Miranda, Nick Lodolo, and Shane Baz. That's an unnumbered green Prism right there. So, nothing crazy, but, it's still kind of fun sorting through all of this. And then I think we've got some prospect inserts and maybe rookie inserts as well. So, again, I soft sleeved that one there, that J-Dom. Brady Singer, there's a C.J. Abrams, some Chrome Stars of MLB. There's a Grayson Rodriguez and a Hunter Green, so those are both rookies. That's not bad. Some other rookie Stars of MLB. We've got Freddie Freeman Action Stars. We've got some other kind of, cool inserts. But you know what? The fact that we're seeing a lot of the same thing here is an indication to me that I think the seller was not really honest in their listing. They said that basically their 12-year-old son was into shiny cards, but he's not into them anymore, so he's selling them, and, so he's throwing them all out there as a lot. I think this guy was kind of full of it. There's quite a few bad condition cards here, and it could be because they were damaged in shipping, or it could be because, maybe a couple of them are already damaged, and you might as well throw them into a big box and see what you can get for them. But that said, I still got $26 for, a blaster's worth of money. Still a pretty good deal here. A bunch of these Chasing History ones. This must be some kind of a gold Chasing History Matt Kemp parallel. I don't think it's numbered at all, but, still pretty cool. Let's see. Just some more inserts. Again, I set aside all the inserts. We've got some Prism inserts here. We've got some superstar names. So there's some cool stuff in here. Again, it's just going to be like a nickel and diming kind of thing. A bunch of these things will go into my stack sale. Some of them will go into my my prize box as well. These ones are pretty cool. These opening day 3D kinds of inserts here. I like those ones especially. So, that was a batch of inserts there. I think what we have coming up now are superstar cards and parallels. And I'm only showing you probably about half of the batch. The other half are basically, just base cards that weren't really worth noting at all. So yeah, we've got some superstar cards here, and some of these are in better condition than others, but overall, could be a lot worse. A couple of Trout cards. There's an Obsidian Prism Trout, right? Do they call it a Prism? Probably. The Panini parallels are always a little bit more of a mystery to me. We did have some Sapphire Stars, so that's pretty cool. Sapphire cards always have a little bit more of a premium. We have some more red, white, and blue parallels here. Again, not super rare cards, red, white, and blue, old school insert. These illuminations, it's a little tough to tell with the illumination parallels, but these are red, white, and blue parallels as well. We did have a couple of rainbow foils, no big names there. We had some of these. I was hoping we'd have a really cool, silver foil here, but unfortunately there was just really nothing that crazy in here. Nobody crazy among the rookies or anything like that. The best one was this Clayton Kershaw. This is probably a dollar or two of a card right there. So that's probably the best of all the cards I've shown so far. We'll go ahead and we'll throw Clayton up here. I don't know what that technically goes for, but I'll check it out. Have a Nick Markakis insert, or not insert, refractor. I think any of the refractors from, back 10 years ago are a little bit of a harder find today, so I figured I would keep that one in the sleeve. We've got a couple of these green and gold pattern cards, which are pretty cool, but some of them are a little bit dinged up. You can see in the corner down there. That's all right in this case. Cody Ross will just go into my Red Sox PC. No big names. Michael Bourne, Eric Chavez, Hiroki Kuroda, so nothing crazy happening here. And just to give you, there's a good sense of how damaged some of these cards were. I mean, that's a PSA 1 if I've ever seen one, but we get a couple of blue parallels there. Alex Verdugo and Enrique Hernandez. Don't worry, I won't be putting that up for sale in the stack sale, I can tell you that much. All right, so we'll put these ones aside, and I'll get to the best of the bunch. And there's a clear best card, and it, like I said, it is what I thought it was, but you can probably guess the caveat to it before I even get into it, but we'll get to it. So all of these cards, I believe, these are all numbered cards or just, the best of the bunch. So some numbered and some are just superstar inserts. So we've got a Jack Cust Gold. So that is numbered to whatever year. Was that 2011? Yeah, so numbered to 2011. Joe Barlow rated rookie. That one is numbered to 75. Nothing crazy there. We have an Eloy Jimenez. That's a blue velocity or laser, one of the two. Numbered to 99. Joe Medwick, this will probably go into my Hall of Famers, my numbered Hall of Famers PC, so I don't mind having that one numbered to 399. So that's pretty cool. This Pudge here is also going to go into my numbered Hall of Famers PC. I already had a Pudge, so I'm probably going to take that one out and put this one in, because this one has a little bit of, the corners are all a little dinged, nothing crazy, but I just don't want to deal with listing in, a subpar quality card. I'd rather keep this as part of my PC than to just deal with that whole thing. But it's numbered to 199, rainbow foil out of Topps Archives. So that was a pretty cool one as well. And then out of all of those red, white, and blue parallels, we did have a few of the premium kinds of rookies. We get Spencer Torkelson, Lars Nootbaar, and Spencer Strider. So those were all pretty cool ones. We'll go ahead and we'll give them all one shared spot right there. Okay. And then we're getting into the best of the bunch here. William Bergolla. I don't think he's a top prospect or anything, but it was, a shimmer card, so a little something different there. Fernando Tatis. So I keep this one back here because you can kind of see what's coming up behind it. We have Fernando Tatis, just the base insert out of Prism. We have a Shohei Ohtani new classic. So what if you combine Fernando Tatis stained glass with Shohei Ohtani? Well, you get a Shohei Ohtani stained glass. Now, this is the card that I saw in the listing, and I said, well, that's a different color than that one right there, as you can see. And this, I thought, was going to be the orange parallel. Now, again, I'm not the best with Panini parallels, but I went and I looked it up, and I looked up some examples, and I saw, okay, this has to be the orange. It's not the tiger stripes or the orange donut circles or whatever. It's just a plain orange, which I correctly guessed was numbered to 100, which, I was pretty psyched to find that. And then, I was looking at the front. I'm saying, wow, this card looks great. And then I look at the back, and yeah, it's pretty wrecked down there in that corner. You can see it. It actually looks worse out of the top loader, not better. The top loader is helping it stay together because that is a pretty wrecked corner. So, again, this card in a good condition goes for around $70 on eBay. So that I was right, it more than would have covered this lot. The problem is where it's damaged, I could put one of those listings where it says read the description and you kind of specify what the damage is. But I mean, it's a pretty cool card. It might just stay as part of my PC. It would be one of the lowest numbered Ohtani cards I have, not the lowest. If you are familiar with the channel, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. But, I think it's probably just going to stay in my PC. Maybe I'll change my mind later. And I think that with all of these other things, I'll just do the best I can to sort of nickel and dime my way back. And if I get close to the purchase price and I end up with this Ohtani for like $5, then I think that is not the worst outcome in the world. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Was this a win or was this a loss? I do kind of buy lots like this every now and then. Usually it's not quite so sight unseen. It's usually when you can see everything that's in the lot and you can kind of make a little bit of a ballpark on the price and, try to go about it that way. This was more of a blind kind of thing, but Overall, I feel pretty good about it. I'm just looking at it as I bought a PC card for way under market value because it's damaged. And then the rest of these cards are essentially free. So that's how I'm choosing to look at it. So I'm going to chalk it up as a W. Not as big a W as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. But I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And we'll be back with some more content another time. Appreciate you tuning in.